Well, good day and welcome once again to Moments with Dr. Steve. I'm Dr. Steve Bonenberger, and I'm an author and a novelist and a counselor and a rebuilder of organizations. That's a new one that has shown up in the last couple of years because I've worked with a couple of organizations now that were not just listing, they were in default, that are now starting to get some vibrancy and recalibrating and reigniting and then seeing a new vision. And that's been an interesting process, I have to say to you. I didn't see that one coming at this place in my life. But on this day, we get to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is writing. And we're going to give you some ideas today about how you can become a writer because we believe you are a writer. We believe that you are a creative, and you can find the copy of the Writer's Covenant by just going to saintalegius.org, saintalegius.org, make a contribution to our ministry, and you get a copy of the Writer's Covenant. It only took me about 30 years to write this book because people kept asking me, how do you write? And so I had to sit down and think about how do I write because, you have to take it from the unconscious, how you do things to the conscious level. And that's what I did. And the Writer's Covenant is a resource guide. It's a step-by-step manual. It'll help you greatly. And it's also a refer back to tool when you get stuck in your writing process or your creative process. So, at the beginning, we're just going to kind of blanch into this, not going to spend much time because all of us are busy human beings, right? But scenes. We want you to know that the very first thing you need to do is create scenes. Now, then the question becomes, well, what is a scene, Dr. Steve? Well, if you think about books and movies and novels and stories and poetry, and architectural documents and all kinds of superior storytelling or map making, they have a scene, don't they? That's the common ionic bond. Now you say, what is a scene? I don't understand. Help me. Well, a scene is best known by some of these qualities. A scene's a frame. It's a series of frames. It's where people and characters or inanimate objects interact. It's a segment. It's a freeze frame, if you will. It's something that is distilled to its most elegant and then common elements. A scene. We want you to learn to write scenes, and scenes are momentary fragments, and they're places where characters, in my case, form dialogue up, and they create intrigue and install fear or impart wisdom or hope. But a scene, by definition, expands or stalls or imparts knowledge. So on this day, we want you to think about creating some scenes. We want you to think about this as a container ship, a vessel, a canister that keeps the content safe and gives them structure and portability and allows them to have the ability to withhold and withstand the kind of conversation that is going to be necessary to really communicate whatever the message is you want to send. So we want you to learn that a scene registers dialogue. It has capacity to grab and seize the reader or hearer or viewer's spirit and mesmerize just by its nature. And it contains emotional capacity, and it has the ability to have inside of it emotional voltmeters. We talk about how to build those in the Writer's Covenant. And more than anything else, it holds and registers dialogue. A scene, then, is a vessel. A scene is known for containing information and for communicating information. And a scene has to have strong hooks. Well, this is just a blush. In the Writer's Covenant, I go into much greater detail, Much greater detail. Go to saintalegius.org, saintalegius.org, get a copy, and start to plow into the work. Till next time, I'm Dr. Steve Bonenberger, and this is Moments with Dr. Steve. Travel far.